If you're sick and tired of letting your bad habits destroy your results and get in the way of your success in life, then you're gonna love this video on how to be more disciplined. My name is Craig Ballantyne. I am called the world's most disciplined man by my coaching clients, by magazines, by book authors, by experts, because I have helped them get more done, be more productive, and break bad habits. And today I'm gonna download my 7-step system that will help move mountains in your life. If this video is helpful to you, please share, please comment down below. And if you want to work with me to fix the discipline in your life, go to craigballantyne.com. All right, so let's step into the 7 steps. Here's how I know they work, because I was once a broke, struggling, socially anxious, binge drinking personal trainer who was not successful. In fact, I had crippling anxiety attacks that sent me to the emergency room twice. And I don't want anybody ever to feel the chaos and clutter that I had in my life. I don't want anyone to let booze control their life. Weed, porn, whatever it is, I want to help you overcome those bad habits, including snoozing in the morning, including not getting to the gym, being overweight and having low energy. All of those are solved by having greater discipline. And discipline is not from a force from within. It is from building simple systems and structures and subtracting the things that absolutely destroy you in life. So let's jump into this. Go through the 7 steps, apply them to every bad habit that is in your way, and you will absolutely crush your goals going forward. Step number 1 is to define specifically what being more disciplined means to you. Because what being disciplined to me is not for you. My life is my life, your life is your life. And coming across somebody's online challenge about being disciplined and going through their laundry list of randomly chosen activities does not necessarily mean that you will become disciplined in the specific area that your life needs it the most. I know lots of guys who do cold plunges and who do 2 workouts per day and read every day, and whose wives have left them with the kids because they couldn't get off their phone. So they were chasing somebody else's version of discipline, and it destroyed their life. And I do not want that to happen to you. So let's take a step back before we rush into the idea of a cold plunge and a green juice every morning for breakfast. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to be part of your discipline. It ain't part of my discipline, and I'm the world's most disciplined man. So let's look at what discipline means for you. For me, it specifically means getting up at least 90 minutes before everybody else in the house, working on my number 1 priority in my business that generates revenue, so that I can then be disciplined and off my phone for 2 hours when my wife and daughter get up, and my dog, my crazy dog who wants to be up all the time. All my girls get up, and I spend the time with them. And then from 8 until 11, I'm disciplined by going back and focusing on what matters. And then from 11 until 12:30, I'm disciplined by going to the gym, by going to jujitsu, by doing the physical activities that set me up to be a high energy father for my family, so that I have the energy to keep up with my daughter and my future second daughter, who will soon be running around 2 under 2, and I have to have the energy for that and the mobility for that. So I have the discipline to do my rehab exercises so that my shoulders feel good, so I can pick up 2 babies and carry them around. That's the discipline to me. It's very, very specific. And I have the 4 o'clock cutoff. The phone goes off, the laptop gets shut down, because from 4 until 8 is family time. And I have the discipline to get to bed on time so that I can get up on time and do it all over again. That's my specific definition for my best life. Now, what about your discipline? Where do you struggle with the most? What is the thing that is killing you? For me, a long time ago, it was binge drinking. And I had to put in place the techniques, and I'm about to share with you, that got rid of that from my life so I could get ahead. So number 1, specifically define what discipline means to you. That's the starting place. The next step might be the most important. You need to come up with your big why that's going to drive you to be disciplined. For me, it's family. Family is the most important thing to me. Family and freedom. I work so hard so that my family can have an easier, simpler life. I don't want them to suffer, struggle, and so I will sacrifice so that they don't have to suffer and struggle. Every single morning when I wake up, sometimes it's 3:30, sometimes it's 3:57 a.m., sometimes it's 3:45, sometimes it's 4:10. When I wake up, as much as some days I want to go back to bed, it's not every day, but some days I do, I realize, no, the best working time of my day is from now until 6 a.m. And if I don't get up and take advantage of it, then I will fall behind. I will not sacrifice, and therefore my family will suffer and struggle. I got pictures of my girls up right behind me that every single time I'm tempted during the day to do anything but work on the number one priority, I can just look and get my mind recentered and refocused on my big why. Number 3, we get down to more tactics. One of the most important things you need to do is not add in a whole bunch of stuff like 2-a-day workouts and cold plunges and green juices and reading 10 pages a day and blah, 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 blah. You need to subtract the distractions, the toxic temptations that are destroying your life. Because you can add in the green juices and you can add in the cold plunges, but if you're still drinking 6 beers a night, or you're drinking 12, vodka Red Bulls on the weekend, or you're watching porn, or you're gossiping, or you're betting all your money on fantasy football, those things will destroy you more than any good thing can lift you up. Look at it this way. Imagine you and I were running a marathon, and everything else being equal, we had like 3-hour marathon times. And someone came up to me and said, "Hey, Craig, I'm giving you for free these Nike shoes that the world's best marathon runners use." I'm like, okay, great. And then someone said to you, "I'm going to put a 50-pound kettlebell and tie it to your waist." Which one of those would have more impact on marathon run times? Adding something good or having such a negative that it weighs you down? The answer is obvious. And you have this 50-pound ball and chain in your life if you're watching porn, gambling, smoking, drinking, hitting snooze, overeating, skipping the gym. If that's the problem, it doesn't matter if you add in a green juice. The green juice ain't going to do anything for you. So you have to get rid of the bad. So identify that big roadside bomb that is destroying you and destroying your discipline. Now, step number 4 is we subtract that from your life. So we subtract you from your drinking environment, your drinking buddies. We get all the booze out of the house. We pour it down the drain. We do all of those things so that you no longer have access to destroying yourself. And you have to think about what you have to remove yourself. Discipline through subtraction. Getting the chips, the chocolate cake, the soda out of the house. That's the first step in order to eat better. Then we move on to the next step. Step number 5, which is replacing the bad behavior with a better behavior. If you've ever met someone who stopped smoking, you know that when they stopped smoking, they took up another habit. Chewing gum, overeating, biting their nails. Because every time you remove a bad behavior, there's a void, a black hole. What do you do at 3 o'clock every day? You've been going out and have a cigarette. Now it's 3 o'clock, you feel like doing something. And if you don't replace your bad habit with a better behavior, there remains a void that you get sucked back into and you fall back into your bad habit. So we need to identify a better behavior that goes with and replaces the bad behavior. Number 6 is a very important point. We need to recruit a like-minded, positive person who will hold us accountable. Even better is if you can get accountability from someone you deeply do not want to disappoint. My life changed dramatically when I met Bedros Keuilian, who was my mentor, my business partner. He was a coaching client of mine, and he's like one of my best friends. And I look up to him like a big brother. And I knew that if I didn't elevate my performance in life, if I didn't have more energy in my presentations, if I wasn't a better coach, if I didn't hit the gym every day, I would get the death stare from Bedros. And I didn't want to disappoint him. And he held me accountable. And that accountability to somebody I deeply did not want to disappoint helped me move mountains in my life. Let me say that again. Accountability to someone I deeply did not want to disappoint helped me move mountains in my life. So having that positive, like-minded peer is great. A friend, someone who's going to check in on you every day, who's not going to say, stop messaging me, or is going to get sick of your daily texts and updates. No, you want that person to hold you accountable. You can also get a coach or a mentor you can pay to play for accountability, and that will be a life changer as well. And the final thing that you could do in terms of accountability is what I've done many times, which is go to my Facebook page, my Instagram page, my YouTube channel, my email list, and tell them that I'm going to do something. For example, over 12 years ago, I quit swearing by telling my email list of 151,000 people that I was going to do that. And in 4 days, I stopped swearing because I didn't want to be a hypocrite. I didn't want to go to an event and start swearing and have someone on my email list go, hey, wow, this guy's a lying hypocrite, scum of the earth. You don't want to be that way. So when you tell people publicly on your social media or to your church group or to your sports team or whatever it is, people hold you accountable to that. And you don't want to let them down because, again, you don't want to be a lying hypocrite scum of the earth. There's like purse stealers and then hypocrites. They're the lowest of the low. And so that helps you stay on track. Now, finally, step 7, we go back to our big why. And we make sure that we have reminders about the real big reason that we're doing this. We're not doing it for money. We're doing it for our family, for our freedom, for our faith, for our fitness, for our health, so that we can live a long life. That's why we're really doing this. And when you have that picture of your family up there, you're going to stick to your plan. When you have that accountability, you're going to stick to your plan. When you remove the distractions and temptations, you're going to stick to your plan. So those are the 7 steps to having more discipline in life. So first, you specifically define it. Specific to you and your life, not somebody else's decision. Then you make sure you have that big why, it's clear. And then you identify first the thing that's stopping you. Step 4, you remove it. Step 5, you replace it with something better. Step 6, you get that all-important accountability. And step 7 is you never let that big why leave your mind, because that's going to help you move those mountains in life. And now you've become a very disciplined person, and you are going to be more successful and less stressed out simply by following this system that is going to change your life. I've written multiple books on this. Those books will put the systems and structure in place for your life so that your family doesn't have to struggle and suffer anymore. CraigBallantyne.com/free books. I'm Craig Ballantyne, the world's most disciplined man from Early to Rise Radio, and we'll see you on the next episode.